Good morning, traders, and God bless. Happy Friday. I'm Ricky Gaspard, and I am your host. I've been trading since 1990 on ThinkorSwim. I'm also a ThinkScript coder. And most everything you see on your screen, I coded. This morning and every morning, we're always watching this volume spike column for anything that's spiking in green. Once we see a spike, we click on it, check it out. We go to the current bar volume and make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. And that's not a specific number. It's just that we're looking for strong volume flow. In other words, the numbers are consistently moving. Once we see that volume is moving and confirmed, we look for these two moving averages to make sure they crossed over. This is the 5 EMA. This is the 15. You'll see these spike arrows come in as this indicator is spiking. That tells us there's more buyers coming into this stock. I'll be marking support and resistance levels, and when the price stops rising, I will mark a resistance level. When it pulls back, I will mark a support level, and we try to plan our entries down here on the support level. Before we click the mouse to get in, we look down here on the Dominator Master and we check that we have a green volume bar kicking in. That tells us the buyers are coming in and driving the stock up higher. We're also watching the blessing indicator down here. This is an MACD based indicator. This yellow line is the average between the high and the low price. This white line is the trend, and this one's trending up. And this faster moving line is the buyers and the sellers. So when everything lines up, we make our decision to get in or get out. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. I'm also not a financial advisor. I strongly suggest you reach out to a financial advisor before you make any trades. Do not take to heart my recommendations of, you might hear me say, I'm getting in here, or I might take a position here. Don't let my words influence your trade. Make sure you know what you're looking at and make your own decision to get in and get out of the stock safely. So I strongly advise you seek the help of a professional before you make any trades. Come here each morning, watch what we do. We do this over and over and over again. We've been doing pretty good on profits lately. So come here, learn each morning, and definitely watch for quite some time before you decide to trade. Make sure you understand the strategy perfectly before you decide to buy or sell. We appreciate you joining us this morning as we have about 2.5 minutes to go before the market opens. I saw a couple stocks moving earlier, TWG being one of them. HUBC may be doing a little something. RWOD moved but soon lost its gains. I'm still watching it as well. And we have some lingering over from the week like WISA, WISA, and AGBA that I'll be watching. But for now, we're waiting for the market open, and we'll be looking for volume spikes in this column. They are the 5 and the 13 EMA. If I said 15, my apology. I'm still waking up. About 10 seconds to go. We'll see how the market opens for this Friday. Watching TWG here to see if it's going to move. I'm seeing a penny stock moving up there at the top, TPET. ZCMD moving up here on the run. Once this candle stops rising, I will mark resistance. And we'll wait for the pullback down to the support level, and that's where we want to plan our entry. Let's see if we get a pullback in this area. We also want to watch for a long tail on the bottom of this red candle. That's the buyers buying up what they're selling. That's also an indication to maybe take a position. There's the long wick. Those are buyers buying up what they're selling. If the buyers can overcome the sellers, the price will exceed the high at the resistance level, just like this. Running on up for a few pennies. You have to be a little bit quicker on that play. You have to anticipate that it's going to keep going. This one played out nicely. Continuing to run. Always take profits along the way up. Start getting out of your position as it's rising. You can leave a little on the table if you prefer, but these pre-market stocks, they usually give it a big run and then start pulling backwards. Still going up. It's not paying very much money. I did not enter this stock. But your entry point could have been anywhere down here on this long wick. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can keep an eye on it. I'm talking about this wick here. Just before they drove it up. And you should be out of your position by now and leaving a little bit on the table if you prefer. Don't you just love it, Pro Dollar? I do. I don't care what the situation is. Just make the numbers move. Long as the numbers are moving, I'm happy. Let's see if we get another pullback here. This could be a second pullback when this candle closes. Looks like the volume is dying. Probably not going to be much of a move here. So this one was less than 10 cents. That's why I did not get in. Always check these numbers on the right to see if they're climbing up a nickel between each one, or a dime, or a quarter, or 50 cents. The higher the difference between these two, the more money you can make. This is one to put in your personal watch list. It may continue to run the rest of the day. You never know, so keep an eye on it. TPET never did anything. Make sure your TIF in your active trader is set to extended hours or you won't get a trade in. Also, don't forget to ring the doorbell when you get here. Please hit the like button for me if you like what you see. Let YouTube know so we can keep the ratings up and bring more people to this live stream. The more buyers we have, the safer it is for the price to run up for us to get in and get out safely. It benefits us all. Let's take a look at a 5-minute candle on this stock and you can see the bigger picture. It's not looking too promising right now. Always go to a higher time frame, zoom out, see where the stock is, because when you're zoomed in on the 1 minute, it can be quite deceiving if you're not looking at enough chart. I saw HUBC was moving this morning as well. Let's zoom out on this 5-minute chart and see what happened. So we kind of gapped up and started slowly dropping off. This stock has news, but very, very little news. Says it was up because of the drone strike on Israel. They are a security company. But I don't know how they benefit from that. There were no details. Is that kind of like a maybe they're going to call us for assistance kind of email? Or maybe they're not? At least give some details, not just because of the war or because of the drone. ZCMD. Still moving around a bit. It is holding its price level. Manara, there's a link at the top, the blue bar with the yellow stripe. Just click that one to join. Right at the top of the chat window. You are welcome. Abby, I do have it on video. I'm currently trying to figure out what I'm going to upload it to. I tried to put it on my cloud, but for some reason I ran into an issue. I'm trying not to put it on YouTube, but I may end up having to do that. I'll try to get it up there after this live stream is over. That'll be around 10 a.m. Central Time. This is Friday. Don't expect a lot of activity. Fridays are usually slow. I was really shocked that we had one right at the open. Didn't pay very much. Didn't have any interest in it whatsoever. Yeah, that's a good idea, Scott. Thank you. I forgot all about that. I don't want to try to upload it right now. I'm streaming up to 2 platforms. I don't want to stream to a third. It may delay things even more. Thank you, Scott. I'll put a message out to everyone with the link. But you can post it in each channel or whatever channel you prefer. That is fine. Lord bless us today. We need a mover. Penny stock right there. TPET, another penny stock. EGOX. Make sure you check the volume. If they don't have a lot of volume flow, it's probably not good to post it. EGOX. And that's penny stock. We normally don't play them, but there are some people here that do. Yeah, but 1,000,000 shares on a stock that cheap, everybody has to buy 10,000 or so. So 1,000,000 shares, 10 people trading it. You have to buy so many of them. It makes it look like the volume is real high, but it's really not because people are buying large lot sizes. You look down there in the price ladder, you see 34,000, 55,000, 11,000. So you can get to 1,000,000 real quick with 10 people. That is correct. The volume is the amount of shares bought and sold. If you're new here, we play numbers, not necessarily anything else. We watch for these volume numbers to increase, and we are quickly notified in this column if they do by them turning green. We're sorted by volume, highest to lowest, because these are the biggest movers this morning. And we're kind of just waiting on one of them to start spiking. If one is way down the list, it'll work its way up here to the top as the volume increases. And if you want to sort by VSC, which is the volume spike indicator, you can start looking at the bottom green ones for any movement as they start climbing up the ladder. So I have multiple monitors. On one screen I am sorted by volume, on the other I am sorted by volume spike. So I'm watching both areas. So that volume spike indicator is adjustable. If you right click on the name and then go to edit formula, it'll pop up this window here. And these top three lines are very important. I have mine set to 0 and 0. That means if anything moves above 0, I'm going to know. This is the sensitivity right here, these two. If you only want to see stocks that are spiking higher than 1%, you would put this on 100. So for each 100 is a percent. If you went 200, it would be 200%. This spike threshold down here is when do you want this gray color to pop in? So if they exceed 100, which is 1%, it's going to highlight a gray background. And these are highlighted because they previously moved, but they're not currently moving. So these are my settings on my VSC. And that C stands for color. So when I sort by the volume spike, you will see those that are over 1% are being highlighted with a dark gray background. Well, we're in a slow spot right now. This YouTube live stream only lasts an hour. Starts at 5:55 a.m. to 6:55 a.m. At that time, I end the stream and continue over on Discord in our premium service for another 2.5 hours. If you haven't joined us on Discord, the link is at the top of the chat window, that blue box with the yellow stripe in the middle. Just click on that to join our Discord. If you're interested in upgrading, click the Upgrade Now button on the left and come join us for some action for 2.5 more hours. And there's 216 watching and only 82 likes. I guess you guys don't like me this morning. Please hit the like button. Let's keep the ratings up. Good morning, Benjamin. I'm already got it charted. And on the price on the right, it's changed from a couple of pennies to a nickel between each number. Buyers are coming in. I would not chase these green candles though. About the time you click the buy button, they're all going to take profit on you. There's that long wick on the bottom of that red candle that has now turned green. Has good volume, but not enough buyers for me to be interested in it. It's kind of like one of those you got to get into and just wait and hope you make money. I like to see an immediate drive to the top. Within a candle or two, not within 10 candles. Steady buying. Keep watching these level 2 ask numbers. When you see them growing, you'll see the price move up. When you see large numbers come in, I mean, there could be money to be made here, but I'm not going to chance the guys that get tired of waiting, the guys like me, I guess you could say. And all of a sudden they start selling off. And then you tie up the funds you could have put on something better. I'm looking for very high volume. This is not very high volume. This is steady volume. If there's a lot of activity here, I like to use the little statement like ants on candy. Like these numbers are really flying. Lots of activity. No chance of getting stung. Right now the volume is paused. We keep having these dead spots. No movement at all currently. It was a long pause there. On a good pullback play, you'll see this number really cranking, and you'll see these prices run way up really fast, come down really fast, and run up even higher really fast. Not just channeling to the side, up and down. We're scalping, so we need a lot of activity. Good morning, Jimmy. You didn't miss much this morning. This stock here is about it so far. And at first it was only paying pennies. Then it jumped to nickels. And now it's dropping the nickels. At least you have to set up your active trader for buy the ask and sell the bid. Those are limit orders. And you also have to add the auto send button. It's not a button, it's a checkbox. And that's by clicking the gear icon up there by your buy and sell buttons. So auto send, buy the ask, sell the bid, and make sure TIF is selected so you can change it from extended hours to day. Lisa, this is strictly for ThinkorSwim platform. If you trade on another platform, you can always, if you have multiple monitors, you can always run ThinkorSwim on one monitor and set up all of these indicators and trade off of the other one. ZCMD bouncing around. Hopefully we get a good play before this hour session is up on YouTube. We had some good ones all week long. Because this is Friday, our chances are thinning out. Sell off Friday, that's what I like to call it. Everybody going back to cash, well, at least the smart ones going back to cash over the weekend, before the weekend hits. I never hold anything past the moment I'm trading. I'm either in or out. Nothing but penny stocks this morning. WISA treated us well this week. First day $7 to 11. The very next day another run up. Was definitely a moneymaker. TPET penny stock. Volume is very low on this stock. I do not suggest buying it. You may not can get out with a profit. ZCMD trying to make a move. If you make any attempts at a stock, make sure you do it down in an area like this. You can see it held the price, never dropped down below here. Don't take a chance up here. Take a chance down here if you ever want to try a stock. If it's refusing to drop down any further, you probably have a lot better chance than buying it up here. Long wicks on the top are never a good sign. Those are sellers driving it back down or people taking profit. Good job, Yatu. We are running out of time on this this Friday's 1 hour session on YouTube. I can show you how to find them, but I can't make them move. But this is typical for a Friday. Sometimes we have really good Fridays, but most of them are kind of like this. Good morning, Calvin Hen. See you later, Robert. In a few minutes. Pro Dollar, did you squeeze some profit out of that? Rick, I already have that in the schedule. Just lately, I had to wipe out everything as far as the operating system and start over. Trying to get everything stable. Windows 11 ate me alive. I will never put it back on. Spiking up here on ZCMD. I went back to Windows 10 Pro. It's a lot more stable than Windows 11. I know they're going to end support for it soon, but that's good. They won't be coming in changing my settings. I don't care if I have them supported or not. I don't need any changes. So I'll stick with it until it dies. Maybe by that time they'll get it together on Windows 11. Well, I thought I could put Linux on this one, but the computer's too new for the Linux kernel. I may can have it done at a PC shop, but if it doesn't support the hardware, I have a fear in doing that as well. I have Linux on my other systems, and I've never had an issue. Well, we really could use a play. It is. Nothing's moving. Except for these pennies. Of course, ZCMD is not really a penny, but it's sluggish in movement. I've gotten 2 emails over the last several months. We are moving you over this coming weekend. Both of those weekends were postponed, as if I got the wrong email. So now I don't know which day they're going to move me over. They send you an email, is what they did to me. About 5 more minutes to go. The time is running out. Thank everyone who joined us this morning. Wasn't so good of an hour, but this happens. It's the market. You are welcome, Pro Dollar. You are welcome, Fumagoo. I enjoy doing this. I love trading along with the other members and participants. I like helping people make money. The Lord has blessed me, and I'm paying it forward. Thank you, Nature Therapy Films. Thank you, Gary. Glad you can make it, Billy Brown. Come join us every morning. You'll make some money, I promise. You might lose a little too. I'm not promising that though. But most of the time we make money. We have some really good runners in pre-market. There's no halts, so they can really fly. Man, I can't wait till vacation. So YouTube, let me announce that to you. There will not be any live streaming on YouTube for a week. There will not be none next Friday. That's when I leave on vacation. And I'll be gone the following week until the following Monday. So from April 26th to May 5th, I will be gone. I will return on May 6th. I think that's a Monday to start the live streaming again. So you're going to have to do without for a week, but I need a break. Haven't had a break in 3 years. I need some me time, is what I call it. I think on YouTube I will start a stream and just put on vacation so that you are aware. It'll never start a stream, it'll just show on vacation. I'm not a wine drinker. I'm really not an alcohol drinker. Maybe every now and then I'll have a few, but I'm not an alcohol kind of guy. I like to keep a clear head every chance I can. All right, guys, I appreciate you joining me this morning. Have a very blessed weekend. And as always, God bless. See you later.